Hello and welcome. It's Linley once again, your crypto guide. Today we're going to look at the Cosmos system, mainly because it's becoming a bit more focused on, and I don't think a lot of people understand it because there's quite a lot of tokens that are encompassed into the Cosmos network. But there are many ways that one can access it, but the most popular wallet is obviously the Keplr wallet. Now, we won't go into detail how to set it up because that's like any other wallet, but you do have to switch on each network that you want to see. So you have to go main chain visibility. Always forget sometimes add token, and you'll see that every network that you want to see on it, you will have to switch it on. Now, I've already done those for myself, and the quickest way to fund any token on that Cosmos network or multiple chains is to go to the osmosis.zone, and this is basically the main DEX within the Osmosis network. So bear in mind, what I've done before this is I bought Osmosis tokens on Binance and sent it by the Osmosis network to the Keplr wallet. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split buy into Kujira, Injective, and Celestia. So first things first, I'll put Osmo at the top there, and Connect wallet would be a good thing. And I'm going to buy Celestia, which is tier. I want to buy around 10, so I'm not exactly sure on that. Okay, so let's say 80. Not 180, 80. 85. Should give me about 10.5. That's fine. And I can just swap like any other wallet. I think that's once that is confirmed, I will then want to buy Injective. And I'm going to buy with half of that. Maybe want a bit more than. And next up we'll buy Kujira. We're gonna do half of that. And I'll buy one atom. We'll do half again. Now, if we go to assets here on Osmosis, you'll see that it will all be here. And it is actually living in the Osmosis wallet side of things now. What we need to do is, there's two ways of doing this. Either we can go directly into Keplr and we'll have 10 tier, but it will show you IBC. What that means that it's basically on Osmosis at this point in time, but we need to, if we want to stake tier, we're going to have to get it onto its native network. And we can just either IBC send, we're going to send it to Celestia, main one, and we'll send all that. So that's one way of doing it. Next, and we'll simply do that. Or we can, in the asset side of Osmosis, withdraw. And it will pick up your Celestia wallet and you can just go. Just catch up. Hit withdraw, prove the transaction. So we'll need to leave some Osmosis on the Osmo chain. And if we go and look for TIA now on its own, it should be on its native network. It takes a bit of time to get there, but. And let's do injective on the side of things. So we're going to IBC, which is just in between blockchains or inter-blockchain conversion, I think. So to go over that again, you see there it's on its native network. We want to send INJ via the wallet IBC. We'll just max send and you can approve it there. It will sit here in the top of the wallet and it will tell you when it's successful. As you can see, that's through there now. Kujira also, you wanna IBC send, home chain, max, next, approve. And we'll do this one via we need to draw that. Now, in order for it to count, mainly because a lot of this is done for airdrop sake, because just staking and keeping stuff busy in the Cosmos network does sort of put you in line for some airdrops. It helps to stake it with certain delegators. And the first thing we'll do with TIA is that we're going to go to, this is the first liquid staking protocol on Celestia. And basically you'll come here and we're going to put 40% of that in there and we will stake that and it will become Milk TIA. I already have other funds on this wallet, so it won't just be that alone. You can see there's already 2 there. It does take a bit of time to do this one. I like to set it through and see that it actually goes through. Mainly to show you guys how quick it is, or how long it is for that matter. But based on the research, I've found some nodes that one can stake to. Within the Cosmos network, they reward you better if you stake to nodes that are a lot less sort of known. So let's say Binance will have a node, the major Cosmos network will have a node, Citadel will have a node, maybe Crypto.com will have a node. So they run huge amounts in there, and the Cosmos network tends to, even when you stake, you'll see they'll say, would you rather delegate to a more unknown thing, because it helps with decentralization. So the simplest way, obviously, to stake is going to manage portfolio in the Kepler dashboard. It will pull up things for staking. So if you want to stake, you can choose which network you want to stake. Let's do Celestia again. And let's look at the ones that they suggest. So Imperator, I know I have ones there, but you can search for them. Imperator. So I've got one there and I'm going to stack more now. So I'll do 1.5 stake. Let's check what Milky Way is still going. Let's check on the next one. So, Strange 11. We'll stake some more. Put here. And we'll do 1.5 there also. Validate this next one. We will also do 1.5 there. Now bear in mind you need to leave some Celestia in your wallet so that you have gas fees for doing other things around there. So don't stake everything. So look for that last one. Friends, I'm sure I did. So normally these guys have nodes on every chain inside the Cosmos network. So I'm going to do 2 here. Okay, so that's done for me. Now, Injective, you can do it from the dashboard itself, but you'll notice some chains aren't here. So, although I do think Injective is in this list. There we go. Injective has its own little hub. You connect your wallet and there's already delegations. I've got some staked here. So let's just look at who they're saying we should stake with, because I've got that list also. So EcoStake, this first one again. And let's go stake. There was a space between. So you just hit delegate now. And we're going to go with, let's see how many is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go with 0.8. So that we end up with an amount that you can still use for gas. Next is golden ratio. And we will just delegate now. 0.8 delegate. We're looking for lavender. Stick. And last one is Whisper Node. Whisper Node is one of the OGs, I suppose, in this space. You'll always find these ones. So let's do 0.9 there. Obviously gas fees is almost non-existent. So it's quite affordable And what is good about Kepler is that it will show you dollar value available, but it will also show you the amount that you've staked, basically. So there's quite a lot of chains that work on the Cosmos basis. So Kujira is one of them. Now, first thing we noticed there is that Kujira is not actually center was not updated yet. Oh, because we're on the staked side. So that's something one needs to look at. The unstaked side. And to stake Kujira, you cannot do it from the dashboard, Kepler dashboard, because it does not exist there. So you have to go to this URL. So it's blue.kujira.network stake. And we need to connect the wallet, obviously. And we only want to see the active validators, so we need to look at who doesn't have a lot. Let's check if Imperator was spun out as well. And we're gonna stake three in there. The key here is obviously to split over quite a lot of networks that either don't have tokens yet, so we'll just connect to this. Then we want to stake some. 3 in here as well. If I'm not mistaken, this is a liquid staking on Kujira. That's done. And we will also look. So unfortunately, searching is not working here. So I have to. It's not exactly easy to read, but we're gonna do 3 again. Back in. Like I said, we don't exactly need to go with only the suggested ones, but you want to go so to the wider network of people. Here we go, Imperator. And I'll stake. Three again. I think that this thing is not updating, so I can't exactly see what's left. So I have to come and look at the wallet each time. Basically, there's only 2.9 left. Well, that's it. Another network that uses Cosmos bases is Archway. And if you wanted to stake in here, you'd have to go to archway.io network and you'd have to go to Archway Connect. So always ask to do this. I've already staked stuff here. And if you want to stake, you just go to stake. I've only got 62, so I've taken those already across river. Like I say, you tend to see the same names come up here and there. Not so easy to find them here, but you go active. You kind of have to scroll through them all. Here we go, Imperator. Let's just do 30 there. And why it's always a good idea to go through Osmo is because of osmosis.zone. You can literally swap to any token and then simply IBC it over to the native wallet. Let's just check. This one is definitely staked already, so yes, it went through. And the claiming tends to happen. You can do all at once. It's a fairly simple process. Maybe not a good idea to do it every day, but if a few days come here, claim all, it will just grow the underlying amount for you. It is also worthwhile to sort of mess around in each ecosystem. So Helix is probably the most popular DEX for Injective, whereas Astroport is sort of the DEX for what used to be Terra Luna, which is consequently also built on the Cosmos chain. And you can flip through a few networks here sometimes. So Injective, it's got better liquidity sometimes than Helix for certain things. But like I said, Osmosis is definitely on top of the list. And you can provide liquidity and earn some fees there. Well, what we forgot to do was, let's go to the dashboard and let's stake some Osmosis as well. Yeah, need to do better. Once again, see, they are all over. We're gonna do 4 here. So golden, just taking. We do 3 here. Do Whisper node 4. I think that's enough for me on this side. And then we'll go to Cosmos Hub. I will add some here. We'll go 0.5. The one good thing about the Kepler wallet is I'm basically logged into all those networks, so I don't need to shift like with MetaMask. No matter what network I'm on, it will sort of work that out for me. And it does seem to be an issue with updating the balances, because unless I was looking wrong. It does seem to update. Now, there are certain projects that will come that look at the weightings, I suppose. So it does help to have more funds in here. I'm not saying that's a guarantee that the Cosmos network will keep growing, but it did have a very steep bear market and came back with a vengeance and very quickly. So it's probably worth staking some stuff now because, well, let's hope the bull run comes. And one thing to bear in mind that there's a certain unstaking period and it's different for each network. In this case, it's 21 days. Some of them are 14 days. But in most cases, it's going to be 21 days. So an important thing, there's going to be an unlock for Celestia tokens, I think, in October. So maybe unstake them by then, sell to dollars. Because I think the total coins available will double. So that should have an impact on price. But for now, these sort of things help. And from what I understand, all of us who staked at least one tier token is getting an airdrop of DYM. And that's almost, at this point, well, it's a futures market, but if it's at the price that it is now, you're walking away with about $1,000 for just taking one token. That's about $16, $15. So it's worth doing these things sometimes. Not all the stuff that launches are good, but it's a decent ecosystem to work in. Very cheap fees and very easy to get between the different networks. And a lot of projects work on them. Anyway, until the next time, thank you.